Hey guys, welcome back. Maverick here, and we are going to be continuing our watch of Steins Gate 0 with episode 3. So, I'm watching this right after episode 2. I want to, at least for a time being, I think I'm going to watch these episodes back to back since I want to continue to, watch on, right? One episode doesn't feel really enough, especially since last episode, we were basically left with the appearance of AI Kurisu, and that was exactly it, right? Nothing more in regards to the actual story we're supposed to be on. So, well, let's just continue on, right? Anywho, I guess I'm expecting maybe, well, actually, I don't know what to expect. Maybe Okabe is going to introduce Kurisu to the other lab members, or maybe formally indoctrinate her into being a lab member again, something like that. I don't know. Let's just get into the episode, shall we? And so here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play. No. Or you guys. Cosplayers. Alright. Hmm. And here we have a classic newcomer versus childhood friend situation. Well then, we already knew this long before, right? Anyways, let me skip this real quick. I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so basically a very long way to say Christmas party. Why is she? Oh. Ferris. Hmm. I don't know, I just find this so amusing. This is funny.
お久しぶりです。誰？黙って。しかし変われば変わるもんだな。真面目に大学行ってるみてえだし、この調子で頑張るや。またどれ？うるさい。
This is really funny.
ここがラボだ。
Really, it's more of a hangout location.
最初の感想が。直します。ガラクタだらけです。けど、ひどい。だろう、お前が想像するようなものじゃないって。ラボというよりただの大部屋。カホ先輩。勝負。いいのか、そういう個人のプライバシーを暴露して。あなたからも先輩に言ってあげてくれませんか？部屋はちゃんと片付けた方。
Hmm. I still feel like this Kurisu is a little bit different.
少し憧れてました。シアみたいなの。それぞれマイフォークとかスプーンとか決まってたり。カリンもう来てたんだ。
Do-do-do.
音楽聴いてるの？友達ですか？私も。切るぞ。あ、ちょっと。電話中だった？大丈夫だ。それにしてもこれはすごい荷物だな。
Okay, so I guess he's not prepared to introduce them to each other.
クリスマスパーティー。みんな来てくれるって？うん。ふぶきちゃん、エデさん、ユキさん、ルカ君にフェリスちゃん。ユキさんも？もちろんだよ。まゆし思うのです。ラル君となんかいいなーって。ふぶきちゃんはない、絶対ないって言うんだけどね。
You sure have good instincts. Agree.
これを探すのが私とお前の最初のミッションだ。オーキードーキー。いい返事だ。
Who is this little kid, though? Ah, such a mystery. Red hair? あ、
なんだ、ルミ姉さんか。うん？ルミ姉さん？誰のことにゃ？ヘイリスはヘイリスにゃ。顔見せてくれないとみんな心配するにゃ。一人の方が落ち着くんだ。差し入れだにゃ。すずにゃんの大好物にゃ。件は明日
I guess in the future they probably, she probably made all of them as well.
やるにゃんの星の研究はあ、頑張ってはいる。でも、あんた、ああ、ごめんね。迷惑かけ。多分にゃ、ヘイリスはちょっとこことこの下のフロアを借り上げただけに。だけって、ほんと、ルミ姉さんには世話になる。
Well, she is rich.
気にしないでいいにゃ。その世界のエレメンタルを売薬兵たちの魔の手から救うためにゃら。ヘイリスはいつでも協力。よくわからないけど。
Oh, I love Ferris.
姉さん、父さん、みんなのためにも、オカリンおじさんを必ず連れて行かなきゃ。シュタインズゲートの入り口に。水場ですか？あら別に。ウィンターローに聞いた問題はないとの。魔法はなんか都合が悪い。ではないです。ではセンターの格好をして誘ってみたらどうだい？24日に手がないというこのでは恋人がいないと。
Hey, that's rude.
なんでそんな話になるんですか？なことばかり。はい、僕は楽しみだよ。こんな関係性。さあ、君は興味ないのかい？私が心
how he actually feels.
心配なのは 岡部倫太郎
Yeah.
そろそろあったわねそこの角の先行ったことない
幸せの時間までだろ
少しくらい平気よまだあなたの言った約束まで365日ある
6 minutes.
白いか
動けないそうだスマホにラジコンを取り付けたカメラを連動できないかしらしたら自由に
ダメだ
Hey, isn't this place?
おといの合コンではろくに話せもしなかったくせこういう時ね中に落とさずにホイホイする
So it's an actual app?
払いこらえるの大変だったんだから一発ギャグです P リーグカップルでオファーの前に逃げるわ王様ゲームでドン引かれるわ
ピアジョーさんたちと会ってログを提出するってこと
もちろんそのすべて提出されることになってあとは私との会話もすべてログ化されてるから家が青果店のくせにナスが嫌いだとか最初会った時に人のことをクリスティーナと呼んだこととか
やめろ
なんでクリスティーナ
Isn't this the place where Moeka ran to?
時間が経つほど混じりあたりが
つまり
残念ながら不完全な AI であるアマデウスにはその曖昧な記憶がいわゆる
Now it makes sense.
デモンストレーションで見たアマデウスは忘れていなかったか
それはデータ上不必要と判断した記憶具体的に読み込めないようにしてログは残ってるわ
だから一度読んだいつまでも聞くのか
どういうこと
それにしてはしつこくないか
はぐらかされると気になってしょうがないの
好奇心も過ぎるといつか痛い目に遭う
研究者はそのくらいじゃないとやっていけないのよ
Oh. Why is she?
すみません時間には来ていたんですが
何してたのよあんなところで立ったり座ったり
ところでどうかなクリス
不思議な気分です
どうやら面白い話が聞けそうだねこの後大学の施設でデータを受け取るつもりだけどこんばんはディナーを一緒にと思って
今晩ですか
This Kurisu is definitely more annoying
クリスマスパーティーの予定が
than before.
パーリー
Oh. Are they also going?
おっさん
わーお素敵なラブだね
Wow, really?
お招きありがとうございます Japanese maid girl cat girl
もうそったわ
電話で話したピアジョーさんとエスキネン教授大学で世話になって
本当に良かったの仲間内のパーティーにだって
ウィンターロがぜひにと言ってくれたのだからいいじゃない
There's a lot of new characters.
王子令をそのまま受け取らないでください王子がご利用ししたんじゃないですか
マホも嬉しいだろ
なんでそうなるんですかごめんなさいこれでも成人しているのよ
女性ばかりでなんとも華やかなラブだねウィンターロ
Yeah.
お嬢なんてセクシーだ
Wow.
だが男だ
美しい唐揚げナンバーワンクリスマス限定お得用サイズだよ
ところで鈴葉は
今ダルくんが期間中なんだよ
ダルが
うまく騙してこれるかな って言うと遠慮してしまいそうだから黙って連れてこようって。
あるにが思いに。
なるくんからもうすぐ来るって。よーし、じゃあみんな準備準備。あー。
うん。
よーし、入るぞー。鈴葉と一緒に入るぞー。
父さん、ストップ。
え、あ
And then she. Ah, you're way too.
ようこそ、すずさん。
And your mom as well.
あれすずにゃん、クリスマス。クリスマスにゃん。
Ah, we could.
だよ。ごめんなさい。びっくりさせようと思って。兄さんもなんか変だったのか。ごめんね。隠したのマユシーなんだ。いや、怒りはしないけど。すごいね。いつものラボとは思えないや。みんなで飾り付けしたんだよ。
まゆしが鈴葉に元気になってもらいたいって用意したん。
あ、
Hmm.
でも私、遊ぶためにここにいるわけじゃない。みんなで楽しんでいってよ。
Ah, come on, you're already here.
いいじゃないか。それくらい。
そうだよ。みんなでご飯食べるだけだって。みんなが作ってくれたものをありがたくいただけばよいのだぜ。
それでは乾杯するにゃー。せーの。メリークリスマス。乾杯。
Well, they certainly got along fast, didn't they? Ah, and Kurisu.
この後プレゼント交換だよ。
すぐ戻る。
Hmm.
理論を立ててみた。
なんだ。
仮説1。あなたが好きなハリウッド女クリスティからとか言ってしまった。
違う。
2。昔付き合ってた彼女。
Wow.
待て。
じゃあ付き合ってたの？
え？
沈黙は負けを認める。
Well, well, actually, in this timeline, okay, they weren't.
オリジナルの私を、あるいは間接的。まあこれも。
なぜだ。
私ならこう返すからよ。いいなってつけるな。
はい、もう少し、もう少し近づいて。
She's just.
不本意だわ。不本意だわ。ごめんなさい。あ、いえ、違うのよ。愛ちゃんは悪くないの。かわいい。
世界に幸あれ。
You lolicon.
トベさん遊んで。うん。ちょっと見てくるね。どうして今のが正解？
勝手に足を進め。
だったらちゃんと答えなさい。
答えを聞きたいんだ。
扱いされるなんて思ってなんかなかったとか、そんなことは決してないからな。いいよ。
Very curious.
ヒアジョーさん、何を。
嫌でしょ。錯覚に陥るって。勘違いしないで。ここにいるのはアマデウス。マキセ・クリスじゃない。
それは。
マキセ・クリスは死んだの。死んだ。彼女はもういないの。
死んだ。
岡部さん。ちょっと岡部さん。
And of course. Well, anyways, I've already seen this before, so I'll see you guys in a second. Man, Steins Gate, right? It's gotta. This is like classic Steins Gate. They gotta, build up the episode, have a lot of fun, lighthearted fluff stuffed in there, and then at the very end, turn all depressing and gloomy again, right? It's what they excel at best. And I guess we can talk a little bit about what happened at the very end as well. So I went back and checked the actual scenes that were playing, and it seems to be these scenes stemming from the different timelines that Okabe traveled to in order to get back to the beta timeline, right? Different variations of the alpha timeline, and the things that he did there. Now, what I'm assuming happened there is maybe at that moment, Okabe kind of wavered and really thought about bringing the actual Kurisu back to life, but then reminded himself of all the other horrors that he went through in trying to change timelines or whatnot, or some variation of that anyways. Otherwise, it didn't really make much sense why he suddenly freaked out at that point. I mean, I could get him freaking out over not willing to accept that Kurisu is dead, but why those specific memories in general? And I guess it's just part of his self-coping mechanism to know, the horrors of trying to change this. At least that's how I'm trying to interpret this situation. And yeah, I definitely didn't feel that it was going to happen this quickly, but already we get this entire, is this actual Kurisu or is this not actually her, this kind of situation already on our hands. And honestly, there's 3 different ways to go about this, right? There's one where you could say, okay, so they make it very clear that this is just an AI, right? It's not Kurisu, right? And then we can continue on there, but I don't feel like this is the route that it's going to go for. The remaining routes, there's also one where it's it actually is Kurisu and end of the story, right? And so even though they're trying to say it's just an AI or whatnot, but for all intents and purposes, it is Kurisu. And then the third part, which personally I'm leaning towards, is that Amadi's Kurisu is, in a sense, its own entity, right? It's independent in a way. It's not exactly Kurisu, but you can't also say that it's just a machine as well. It's AI. It's got its own feelings, it's got its own emotions, it has its goals, it has aspirations, it has needs and desires, not stuff that is just pre-programmed within the whole thing. Like, throughout the whole episode I was cracking up, right? And mostly I was cracking up due to, I mentioned last episode how this essentially is like one of those otaku gal games, right? Especially ones that you can carry on your smartphone where you got your digital waifus and then you talk to them and interact with them and whatnot. And it's really, in the end, it's not real, right? It's still not real. They're pre-programmed responses. In this case, it's a similar kind of concept, you know, wake up to reality, except now it's a little bit more trickier since this is supposedly AI, and so it actually has its own independent thought process. It's not just following a script, it's not just, you know, going about things in a preordained way, right? So, and that makes it all the more interesting. Like, I'm thinking, especially if we're going with, okay, that is Kurisu, or that is a sort of independent entity in the end, right? Then it's not going to want to be killed off. It's not going to want to be replaced. So it will want to continue to live on, right? And so, you know, in the end, it was similar to Maho's situation, right? How exactly are they going to give them a proper send-off or a proper ending? I know we're only 3 episodes in, and there's like, you know, we got the entire like 20-something episodes to go through, but already I'm thinking like, okay, it as it is, Maho is definitely a major character, right? I think that much is we can infer. So how exactly are they going to give her a proper send-off? This Amadeus Kurisu, even though Maho is like, oh no, don't be fooled, she's not actually Kurisu, but at the same time, I do believe that she's going to be, you know, she still has feelings, right? So how exactly are they going to send her off? You know, I'm actually thinking, right? I got this wild, crazy idea, especially after seeing the key visuals and stuff, and also seeing like within this episode and the episodes past that there's this redhead girl in the future that exists as well. I'm actually thinking, like, are they going to do something as outlandish as actually giving this AI Kurisu a body, right? So letting her really be reborn in a certain sense. Like, are they going to go that far and make it so it's basically a clone of Kurisu at that point? I don't know, but it is some food for thought, right? And I can't rule out the possibility. I mean, if they did do it, it'd be really, really going into even more, you know, sci-fi fantasy roots, but hey, that'd be cool and fun as well, right? So yeah. Again, I guess it's still way too early to speculate, but I'm just thinking out loud of what kind of possibilities there already are. And also, I think another thing to notice is that they're really laying on the relationship, or I guess in particular Mayuri's feelings towards Okabe in this series, aren't they? Like in the original, it was sort of hinted at, yeah, they had this kind of very special relationship, but so, you know, as far as we saw, it never really interfered with Okabe's relationship with Kurisu, right? Or at least we were never shown it. Maybe Mayuri had always had these special feelings, or maybe this is something that's specifically done in this particular series, right? I don't know, like in the original, I never really got the sense that they really had special feelings for each other. Like, they were definitely in a special relationship, but was it something where, you know, you might be wanting going to more towards lovers, that kind of relationship, or is it more like family, brother sisterly love, that kind of stuff, right? I always felt that, at least in the original series, it leaned more towards family, toward, you know, brother sister, that kind of stuff, never into an actual, you know, boy girl relationship, right? But it seems like they're actually pursuing this angle here as well, and so that's probably going to cause a lot of stress and trauma and drama as well. And I don't know how I think about that, to be honest. Like, yeah, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and then I guess more shipping wars, I guess, if that is the case. So yeah, I guess that about covers this episode. Yeah, I don't think there's anything particularly else that I want to talk about here. I guess, you know, we can make some sort of theories and whatnot in regards to Suzuha, and also in regards to, I guess, one character that still hasn't made an appearance that's probably going to be important is Moeka, right? I did notice in the opening that Moeka and Maho appeared in the same shot together. Now, whether this is deliberate or not, I think it's most probably deliberate in a kind of sense. So they seem to have some sort of relation as well. What it actually is, don't know. Don't tell me like Maho in the end is like working for CERN or something. Like, that would be a plot twist, wouldn't it? But I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. At least for now, right? We'll need more evidence first. But yeah, anyways, that was episode 3. I will see you guys next time as well. Stay tuned. Bye bye.